Hello, this is Beth Blissman with the Loretto Community. Just wanted to say a quick thank you to the Working Group on Girls at the United Nations headquarters in New York City for creating the 11 days of action leading up to the International Day of the Girl. In 2023, we are honored to help co-sponsor day number 5 with a focus on girls' rights to a clean and healthy and sustainable environment. And we are very excited to be collaborating with the Sisters of Notre de Namur and AHAM Education. We are especially excited to have on board this year our intern, Leslie Barron, who will be weaving together girls' voices from around the world. Hope you enjoy. Thanks again and have a wonderful day.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Isabelle Isi Katsamba. Je suis une sœur de Notre-Dame de Namur et je représente la congrégation aux Nations Unies. Les sœurs de Notre-Dame de Namur sont une congrégation fondée par Julie Billiard et Françoise Blin de Bourdon en 1804 en France, dans le but de faire connaître la bonté de Dieu. Nous travaillons dans 17 pays. Nous croyons que l'éducation sous diverses formes est le meilleur moyen d'atteindre cet objectif. Reconnues comme éducatrices, des milliers de sœurs de Notre-Dame ont enseigné, en particulier des femmes et des jeunes filles au fil des années sur les 5 continents. Certaines sœurs continuent à travailler dans les écoles, pendant que d'autres ont choisi de travailler avec des sans-abri, des malades du sida, des personnes âgées pauvres et d'innombrables autres personnes qui ont besoin d'aide. Tous ces ministères ont un seul but, proclamer à notre époque, comme Julie l'a fait, à la sienne, que Dieu est bon. Nous avons choisi l'éducation sous toutes ses formes parce que c'est de cette manière que nous avons commencé en 1804. Nous avons compris que l'éducation est le premier facteur qui permet aux personnes d'accéder à une meilleure qualité de vie. Lorsque les gens négligeaient l'éducation des filles vivant dans la pauvreté, parce que leur destin était de se marier et de devenir des domestiques, les sœurs de Notre-Dame se rendaient dans les milieux très ruraux et abandonnés au Zimbabwe, en Afrique du Sud, au Kenya, au Nigeria, en République démocratique du Congo et en République du Congo pour ouvrir des écoles pour les filles. Aujourd'hui, ces femmes sont à la tête des entreprises productives. Je vous remercie.
Hi UN!
I'm Chloe Ariston.
And I'm Mary Claire Dunphy, and we are juniors at Narings Hall High School in St. Louis, Missouri, run by the Sisters of Loretto.
We are here to ask you to consider that we only have one Earth and we are acting as if we have many we can replace it with.
We want our future generations to be able to enjoy and embrace the environment around them.
And every day there is being bills that are passed that will actively harm and destroy our environment.
Young people are standing against these bills, but their voices are being ignored and swept under the rug.
And the people that are making these bills and harming our Earth will not be here to experience the harsh environment that they themselves have created.
This is unfair to us and future children and generations.
We ask that the government simply listens to our concerns and actively tries to reverse the damage that they have created instead of letting it worsen and worsen.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
I want a clean Earth.
I want to end deforestation.
I want to stop air pollution. I want to find ways for humans and animals to coexist.
I want to scuba dive in an ocean where there is no trash.
I want to increase compostation in the world.
I want people to be more conscientious of their water use.
I want the plastic consumption within the public school system to decrease.
We want more research on renewable energy.
We want change before it's too late.
Mi nombre es Isabela Martínez, tengo 15 años y soy la líder de San Pedro Sula, Honduras. Yo siempre he pensado que todos podemos ayudar a nuestro planeta de alguna manera, no importa qué tan significante parezca la acción. Yo en mi casa, por ejemplo, reutilizo bolsas plásticas, botellas y trato de no utilizar pajillas. Si todos podemos de nuestra parte, podemos ayudar a nuestro planeta. Hagamos un mejor planeta para nuestras futuras generaciones y futuras niñas líderes. Gracias.
Bonjour et merci de nous avoir associés à la Journée internationale de la fille qui a comme thème les droits de la fille à un environnement sain et propre. Nous vivons dans un milieu rural en République démocratique du Congo. Chez nous, le programme de l'éducation des filles a réussi parce que nous recevons une éducation de qualité dans les écoles de sœurs. Le problème sérieux que nous connaissons, c'est le manque d'eau. Les sources sont loin et c'est difficile d'avoir une bonne quantité d'eau. Ce manque d'eau limite notre propriété et celui de notre environnement.
Tout le monde sait bien que l'eau est très importante pour nous les filles parce que nous attrapons facilement les infections et d'autres maladies si l'environnement n'est pas assaini. Ce problème date de longtemps et peut être facilement résolu parce que notre pays a une nappe souterraine très riche en eau. Nous demandons à notre gouvernement à utiliser tous les moyens possibles pour donner de l'eau à tout le monde dans les pays pour promouvoir l'assainissement et épargner les maladies chez les filles.
Bonjour.
Hello, my name is Beth Blissman, and I'm grateful to serve as the United Nations representative for the Loretto community. We've been at the UN for over 30 years now, although our roots are in the rich soil of the state of Kentucky here in the United States, where the congregation of the Sisters of Loretto at the foot of the cross was established in 1812. Our founders were three young lay women, Mary Rhodes, Anne Havern, and Christina Stewart, who worked together with a Belgian priest, Father Charles Nerinx, to get our order started. These four founders shared a vision of providing young girls with a high-quality education, and that commitment has been upheld for generations through the creation and operation of dozens of primary schools, academies, colleges, and even one university, Webster University in St. Louis. Loretto's educational legacy also extends beyond the borders of the US to the countries of Bolivia, China, Guatemala, Pakistan, and beyond. Today, we're involved in many different ministries, especially supporting migrants, climate justice, promoting peace through disarmament, and of course, continuing with education, including educating ourselves as lifelong learners. We actively advocate for girls' rights at the United Nations because we see that as essential for the survival of future generations of our species. Our work is in an interfaith context, and it involves creating programs, crafting statements, social media communications, and perhaps most importantly, introducing high school students to the UN's pivotal work on gender equality and the rights of women and girls. I hope you enjoy the girls' voices today. Thank you.
Hola a todos, mi nombre es Dara, tengo 15 años, soy la líder de Olancho y promuevo y soy activista del bienestar y la salud de las niñas y de la justicia ecológica. Para cuidar mi planeta yo reciclo y no me gusta ver para nada cómo las personas tiran basura en mi país. Apoyo firmemente el bienestar de las niñas porque creo que todos merecemos una vida saludable y feliz. Hagamos un esfuerzo para cuidar de nuestro planeta y asegurarnos de que todas las niñas tengan un futuro brillante.
Je réponds au nom d'Immaculée Lassa, élève au lycée Notre-Dame de Saint-Louis, élève de 4e année Humanité pédagogique. Le lycée Notre-Dame est une école conventionnée catholique dirigée par les femmes, excepté certains professeurs qui sont des hommes. Le lycée Notre-Dame est une école uniquement pour les filles, qui forment pour la vie et assure une formation intégrale. Il y a problème de culture, les filles ne sont pas trop bien habituées d'avoir de la propriété à côté d'eux. Il y a problème d'hygiène et certaines filles passent plus de temps à la source, à la recherche de l'eau potable. Nous demandons au gouvernement de notre pays, nos autorités locales, nous demandons de prendre leurs tâches au sérieux. En matière d'environnement, le pays a beaucoup de lois qui ne sont pas suivies. Aux médias, nous demandons d'ajouter dans leur programme l'assainissement de l'environnement. Au gouvernement de doter de moyens aux écoles pour servir de modèle aux autres.
Thank you. I'm Meg Cummins. I'm a youth representative for World Scouting, and I have a story. So I'm an Australian. I'm an Aussie, and yeah. And in Australia, we have unfortunately faced 4 back-to-back disasters. First we had drought, then we had the bushfires, then we had COVID, and then we had flooding. And my community itself faced all 4 of those disasters, and it's similar to many communities across Australia. And in disasters like this, it's a time when we look for hope, when we look for leaders across our communities who are out there looking at everything that's going wrong and showing us the reasons for hope, showing us the reasons that we can continue to rebuild, but to build resilience as well, but also to look at how we can face the next challenges that are around the corner. And we know that this is going to happen time and time again. And for us in our communities, for us across Australia and across the world, those are young people, those are scouts across the world who are really banding together to lead those communities. We are seeing time and time again young people who are giving up their school holidays to fight fires, young people who are out there designing pouches for orphaned wildlife, young people who are out there who are working in flooded communities to help rebuild. And time again, it is those young people and those scouts who are providing that hope. And that is something that we see as scouts, as World Scouts, who are the world's largest youth contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. Together we have worked to develop 3 billion hours worth of projects across the world to make sure that we are contributing to all aspects of the Sustainable Development Goals. We are the ones, as young people and as scouts, who are at the forefront of the decisions, who are at the forefront of our communities, who are really continuing to provide hope and to inspire. What my message to world leaders across the world is, it's time to walk the talk, truly, and we are really excited to see that happen.
We are happy that the environment in our region and the sanitation program have succeeded and is continuing. But we are having a lot of trouble with water in general, whether it is drinking water or water for all users. Before being a right, girls' cleanliness is a norm in our culture. Every morning, women and girls bathe before greeting people, preparing food, or even before leaving the house. Not bathing is a source of discrimination and even rejection in the community. People refuse to eat the food of a girl or woman who hasn't bathed, so we walk long distances to find where we can fetch water. It can be easy that we miss the school or be late for school. Water is a right for everyone, but more so for girls. It helps us to avoid illnesses linked to drinking unfit water, to be healthy, and to live with dignity. We ask those in power, especially the UN, to assist and help us by building boreholes and water facilities, not just in one region, but everywhere in order to help people.
Hello, this is Nellie Bisram. I'm CEO and founder of AHAM Education and representative to the United Nations. I'm so excited that we're joining the Sisters of Loretto Community to host Day 5, our action for a healthy environment. And I'm really also excited to be joining the working group on girls on these 11 days of action. So one thing that we wanted to share is what is it that we are doing to promote a healthy environment. And for those of you that know us, we try to connect all aspects of well-being to planetary well-being. So one thing that I've been doing recently is I play this game called Bring Home Less Plastic game. And so what that means is that when I go to the grocery store, I actually buy fruits and vegetables or products that are either not packaged at all or that are packaged in biodegradable cartons or recyclable materials, but really working towards a zero waste lifestyle. And so the other thing that we do at home is we try to compost as much as possible, and we try to reduce the amount of plastic that actually ends up in our recycle bin. And so I invite you to join us in our Zero Waste Pledge. We'll be sharing these links in our bio Instagram, but also we'll be sharing a series of links for you to also engage in taking care of the soil. So we have a Save Soil Pledge. On the community level, we've been doing mindful beach cleanups for a few years now. And so on October 15th, in South Florida, we will be doing another mindful beach cleanup with our community here. And coming soon, actually, is a film called Healing People, Heal the Planet, which tells the story of how we connect the well-being of people to the well-being of the planet, and how we can drive more mindful eco-activism. So the name of the documentary is called Healing People, Heal the Planet, and we'll also be sharing the link to the trailer. And the reason why we do this is because we want to build awareness of ways in which the average person can get engaged, but then also how we can make the care of the planet part of our mindfulness practice. And finally, what I'll say is thinking about what is it that I want my local government and also here in the United States, but then also the governments of the UN to focus on. One thing that I'm really passionate about is the right to clean water. So if you go to FloridaRightToCleanWater.org, you can learn more about how you can get something on the ballot for the next election cycle so that we ensure that we minimize the amount of PFAS in our drinking water. So join us in all of these different creative, innovative, but also very simple ways to take care of ourselves and the planet.
Hi, my name is Krista Anbidesi, and I have a question for you. What are you doing to promote a healthy and clean environment in your community? My community is my school, St. Joseph's Convent, San Fernando. And at my school, through the Interact Club, the Gardening Club, the UNESCO Club, the Environmental Club, I know, a lot of clubs, I can do a lot of community service acts in just one thing. For instance, my school has a green space, and the value of these green spaces are that they add to the clean oxygen in the atmosphere. Because everyone is just building tons of buildings, we don't really have as much clean oxygen in the atmosphere that we need to have. And something as simple as helping maintain these atmospheres, these clean, proper oxygen, is making a difference. But what am I not doing? I am not upcycling my trash. You'd be surprised how much trash and pollution would be reduced if we upcycled more and recycled. So I can do that more. What do I want to see the UN do? I think that the UN needs to do more action. It's time to stop talking and to start doing. We need not just post about making change and how we can make change. We need to work together to accomplish these goals. And through this, I think we can have a clean and healthy environment for us all. Thank you.
I am a student at Notre Dame Girls Academy, Nigeria.
I'm a student of Notre Dame Girls Academy.
In my school, we have programs like the Eco-Hub, which was founded by Mr. Boniface. He is a staff member at Notre Dame Girls Academy. And the program, from what he gave us, was to teach us girls the importance of clean environments. And then he told us that our environment is all about our oxygen. And then with programs like Take Your Trash With You, we went around picking up random trash that was in our school environment. And then it helped us to know and be passionate that our environment matters a lot. And we planted trees because trees help with our oxygen, and oxygen matters a lot to us.
With the aim of making us girls live in a clean and healthy environment, my school, which is a popular school for the girl child, has introduced a subject called the Peace Scheme, which means personal, social, character, health, economic, and moral education. With the use of this subject, my school helped students, especially the girls, because it's a girls' school, to know how to keep their environment clean. Girls are mostly known to be the clean gender, and cleanliness is next to godliness. And with this subject, my school has been able to keep the environment clean. As you can see, my school has a very clean environment, from the roads to the planting of trees. Trees also help in beautifying the environment, and not just beautifying the environment, it helps in preserving our air, oxygen. We have trees, flowers to make our environment look beautiful and conserved. Remember, our environment is very important to us because with the use of these trees, we help to secure our ozone layer, which is known to be depleting right now with the burning of gases and everything. And with the planting of trees, we have helped to reduce this and help to preserve our environment at Notre Dame Girls Academy.
As a girl, I actually really struggle about a lot of things, from the food to the water to where I sleep, everything can easily affect me because my system is a very delicate system. And then it really is not nice when you go around and the place where an establishment has been sited is not neat. It's heartbreaking because as a Nigerian, as a Nigerian girl in the modern society, I wouldn't expect to walk around my country and see things littered everywhere. It's not nice.
As a child and as a growing girl child, when you talk of the health, people think of your illness or your health status. Health does not just mean you feel being sick or being well. Your health matters because even noise can cause a damage to your health. Health is wealth. The peace scheme is a subject incorporated by the school to help orient the girls in the school on how to keep their surroundings clean, how to throw sanitary pads and sanitary materials around the school instead of littering it around the school environment.
My hope for the future, my hope to my government, Nigeria, is I would like them to remember the time when in Nigeria we weren't allowed to trash our things anyhow. There were dumpsters set not far than 5 kilometers from establishments, from schools, from homes. So there was nothing wrong with that. And I really pray that our government will see the use of bringing such a policy back, because then I know people were fined for trashing things anyhow. So please, that is my hope.
Another issue I have with my environment is child marriage. When I talk about the health, like I said earlier, it does not just mean you being sick or being well. It also talks about people's mental health, their state mentally, socially, even academically. And this issue of child marriage is very, very challenging. And as a girl, I want to stand up for other girls to plead with the government to help us eradicate the issue of child marriage. It's very bad when I see a girl my age and is supposed to be in school, working in a house of an Alhaji or a Baba. I don't just want to be the only one benefiting, but I want to stand up for my fellow girls in the world and my society at large. I'm asking of my government to make policies that will favor the citizens of the country. Not just that cattle move around dumping things on the floor, they also go around cutting vegetation which help in the protecting and conserving of our environment. I will kindly request of the government to implement policies that will help these cattle rearers to stay at a particular location by making ranches where they can keep their cattle safely.
We need you to act now.
If you don't start to make a change, the impact may be irreversible.
I want to have to grow up in a world where climate change is going to become a normal thing.
It's time to stop focusing on money and instead focus on the dangers at hand.
We have nowhere else to go. It's time to start taking care of our planet.
The world is a great place. Let's take care of it.
Local squash. Promote sustainable farming.
We're doing community-based agriculture
to help our community thrive.